Martin Cromwell says Costain apparently shot himself.
The Nova Scotia medical examiners, as I mentioned, when and if they confirm the manner of death, that may be provided through an update.
Police are calling the killings an act of intimate partner violence. Advocates have long said that intimate partner violence is an epidemic in Nova Scotia, especially since the mass shooting in 2020. The gunman had a history of domestic violence, and he assaulted his spouse just before he began a 13-hour rampage that left 22 people dead. Provincial politicians declared intimate partner violence an epidemic last September. The deaths of Smith and her father mark the fourth case of domestic homicides in Nova Scotia in just the last 4 months. Cromwell says police are doing what they can to address the issue. He would not say if Smith or Downey had previously complained about Costain.
In any domestic violence situation, we do our best to work with the victims and provide them support as much as we can.
According to Nova Scotia's Public Prosecution Service, Costain did not have a criminal record. Taryn Grant, CBC News, Halifax.
A third person has been charged in the murder of a Cape Breton man. 36-year-old Kenneth Justin McDonald was last seen on July the 7th at an Irving gas station in North Sydney. His disappearance was ruled a homicide in November. Police now say 45-year-old Aaron Curtis Mickey has been charged with second-degree murder. Last month, police arrested 2 others in connection with McDonald's disappearance and homicide.
There are more delays in the case of a Pictou County man accused of sexually abusing his 3 children. 86-year-old Douglas Guthrow Sr. admitted today in Nova Scotia Supreme Court that he did have sexual relations with his children when they were minors. He attempted to plead guilty on some of the charges against him, but the plea was not accepted. Selena Alders explains.
Douglas Guthrow Sr. tried to plead guilty to 8 of the 17 charges against him in Pictou County. The 86-year-old is accused of sexually abusing his son and 2 daughters from the early 70s to 1990. Justice Frank Hoskins did not accept the guilty plea as he's not convinced Guthrow fully understands the consequences that could come with these charges.
I think because of the accused age, to make sure that everyone is presumed innocent, so we had to make sure that he fully understood the nature of what he was doing and then appreciated what a guilty plea means and what he's giving up.
Guthrow attended court with a support worker. He had trouble hearing and often appeared confused about what the judge was saying. His son, one of his victims, says it's all an act to delay the process even further.
He's just, I think the monster is just playing the game that he can't hear or can't understand what he's supposed to be doing. So it's frustrating to have to come back again.
The case has been put over until January 24th, and a tentative sentencing date has been set for April 11th should a guilty plea be accepted later this month.
What the judge did is, because the Supreme Court docket is so busy and so congested, want to make sure that the sentencing gets dealt with as promptly as possible. He's anticipating that once he receives the agreed statement of facts, that there's not going to be any dispute with respect to the facts.
Robertson says he will be here at court along with the support of his family until his father is sentenced.
Whatever time he got left, sit in prison. It's there's not enough. There's not enough, and I just hope he rots. That's it.
Selena Alders, CBC News, Pictou.
And Ryan with us now. Nice to see everybody back in the new year.
That's true. And it sounds like we're in for a bit of a cool down, Ryan.
Yeah, we are. Happy New Year to everybody and everybody watching, of course. And yeah, we are looking at a cool down for sure after this mild stretch from Christmas onward. Have a look at our temperatures tomorrow. We'll be at and below the freezing mark. Really not, too far from where we should be for this time of year, which is about 0 or just below. In most cases, we'll be there. We'll be just on the plus side for Cape Breton for a good portion of the day, but temperatures falling in the afternoon there. Yarmouth, likely our hot spot tomorrow, right around 1. And then, as you can see here, as we look forward, this low moving off to the north will continue to usher in these cooler temperatures. Saturday looks like a cool one, but a brighter one overall with a mix of sun and cloud. That's going to be the pick of the weekend with lighter winds as well. Keeping an eye on a system that will remain for the most part offshore before it makes landfall in Newfoundland on Sunday. But that low will actually be impacting us as we move into the later stages of Sunday. Cape Breton into the mix with some snow. Everybody going to be getting into some gusty winds and a chance for flurries. We'll talk about that with your full 7-day coming up.
Yeah, stay tuned. Thanks so much, Ryan.
Thank you.
A whale sanctuary in Nova Scotia is hoping to secure its first residents. Construction on...
Let me introduce you to Wiki and Keijo. They are two killer whales or orcas who are living in the south of France at a marine land there. Now, this marine land is only going to be open to visitors for the next couple of days or so before it shuts its doors forever. So the French government has to figure out what to do with these whales. The one option that they looked at initially was to send them to a facility in Japan. That option was rejected. There are two more options on the table. One, send them to a similar facility with pens and pools and tanks that they would be living in Spain, or send them here to Nova Scotia, a facility that hasn't even been built yet, but is being called a whale sanctuary. The whale sanctuary project is being described as kind of a retirement home for whales who had been living in captivity, basically an area along the eastern shore of Nova Scotia, about 3 hours drive from where I am here in Halifax. They would be setting up nets to keep the whales in, but it'd be a huge area. It would be deeper than most pools that whales are kept in, so they could dive deep, a natural environment the size of 50 football fields or 300 times larger than your average captive whale pool or net or kind of area where whales are now held. So good news for whales who end up there. The trouble now is building it. $18 million is expected to be the cost of this facility for the nets, for the infrastructure, coming from donations. The proponents of this project say the donations will likely ramp up if the French government does decide to send the whales here, which could happen sometime this year. The whales will be loaded into a specialized tank, placed onto a large plane, and then flown here to Nova Scotia to be released into this sanctuary. So we are watching this one very closely to see if it takes off, to see if it gets underway underwater here off the East Coast. Brett Ruskin, CBC News, Halifax.
Richmond County has become the latest Nova Scotia municipality to demand action on a rising deer population. Councillors have voted to hire a private company to collect deer data in the area. Council wants an expanded hunt as early as this fall. The province typically requests 3 years of data before it will consider a managed deer hunt. The town of Truro and Millbrook First Nation have already implemented a hunt.
A citizen science program has people hitting the beaches of Nova Scotia, part of a larger project led by Dalhousie University. The Citizen Science Coastal Monitoring Network is collecting data about beaches on the eastern shore. As Moira Donovan tells us, it's boosting community resilience to climate change in the process.
Can you hold this up here?
On a cold December day, Robin Metcalf and other citizen scientists assemble a device on the sand. This beach profiler, made of curtain rods, wing nuts, and a pocket level, is measuring the erosion at this beach.
We know over time how the beach, how it changes with the seasons and how it changes over time with climate change.
This monitoring work is part of a citizen science project that aims to fill data gaps on the eastern shore. Citizen scientists are making monthly measurements of 4 beaches in the area. Metcalf and others are also using automated weather stations and rain gauges to generate data on conditions at their homes.
It can be monitored in real time anywhere. Anyone who has an internet connection in the world can see what the weather is on where my house is.
The project started this past year with support from the Anglican Church. Reverend Marian Lucas Jeffries, coordinator of the Diocesan Environmental Network, says the focus on citizen science made it the right fit for the network.
One of the things about citizen science is that people learn, and I've learned a lot from this project. People learn how to take action in times of climate change. It's empowering, and it builds community amongst people.
For the next 3 years, it'll be part of a larger research project led by Dalhousie University. Lead researcher Camila Botero says the Coastal Monitoring Network means members of the community are directly involved in observing what's happening with climate change.
Now we have 4 coastal climate teams. They are not big, there are not many people, but they are the right people. Is that the volunteers now, the coastal scientists, they are really engaged in their mission. They understand why they are doing that and why it's important for them.
Botero says this not only provides information, it also helps communities in a data-poor part of the province make decisions about how to manage climate risks.
The idea of the project is that first, the local communities, they will have this information so they can decide when and where to protect in the best way.
Back at the Causeway Beach, Robin Metcalf agrees.
It's engaging the community, and we're informed, and we're part of the process of forming the picture of what's happening. And by the same token, we should be part of the process of deciding what needs to be done.
Moira Donovan, CBC News, Sheet Harbour.
In Lunenburg, volunteers are working long hours to keep their community pantry filled with healthy food and hygiene products.
They say they're very happy to help neighbors in need, but the high demand worries them about the state of food security in their community.
Basically 4 years ago we started growing as much food as we could in our garden, realised we had excess, so we donated all the excess we had to the food bank, so they had fresh fruit and produce. We opened the pantry because we realised a bi-weekly food bank was not really covering the needs of the community. We grossly underestimated the need. We were loading it from the back of our car every day, and we just realised it was needed more.
It makes me very happy how successful this pantry's been. We were very naive in the beginning. It also makes me really sad because of the need. Sorry.
That's all right.
But it's working, and we're always getting donations from all sorts of places. People come up to us in car parks, at the new animal hospital, at Fresh Cuts in Bridgewater, and just...
Or they randomly leave them in our garage,
yeah,
and we don't know who left it there. Random
all
piles
true.
of vegetables and fruit.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's incredible. We have such joy.
You're sort of filling up a little bit. It sometimes gets overwhelming. And, Alicia will say the same, I'm sure. We've left here in tears sometimes.
My partner and I often talk about how something just feels finally right. We've supported a variety of things here and there in the community, but for us, this was just a perfect fit because we knew how essential it was to our community.
But we've noticed it's not the same people who use the food bank, use the pantry. Because as Alicia alluded to there, some people have a problem with being in a food bank, having to register, being in a crowd, or they just need a meal a couple of times a week, and they feel more comfortable coming here. And thankfully, Alicia's such a welcoming person that we're starting to build that level of trust with people. So when we move into the future and we're moving more into providing decent meals and quality produce for people, that there'll be that level of trust built up.
The bright lights of the big city in Halifax, shot of the bridge there. Ryan is up next with the full weather forecast. We're back after this.
Yeah, great to see everybody back.
Yeah.
Trust it was a good break for all.
It was. In 2025, here we are.
But off for a bit of a rough start for Ryan. Do you want to explain what happened just a minute ago?
Yeah, well, I was just taking a little sip of water before this hit, and
Yeah.
poured it all over
It'll do
myself.
much.
At least it was
Yeah.
water, not coffee or something.
That's true.
It could have been bad.
Thankfully, the tie is water
Yeah,
repellent.
okay,
Now-
it is.
now
Okay,
you
there
know,
go.
right?
Shirt is soaked, but we'll bear it and get through this.
Is this a segue to showers in the forecast?
It's a great segue,
Okay, there you
right? But those showers changing to flurries,
Okay.
which
Okay.
wouldn't be so absorbing into the shirt. But have a look at our high temperatures today. Another mild one. You can see temperatures anywhere from 2 in Amherst to 6. Cheticamp, Ingonish Beach, those were our hot spots today. 3 in through the metro area. And yes, as we look at the weather systems map, you can see the satellite radar. A few of those showers from my shirt to Cape Breton. And then as you can see across the mainland, we have started to transition back to some flurries, especially through Cobequid Bay and into the Truro region. That's really where we're seeing the most of the activity here at present. Already starting to see some of those flurries mixing in through the Cape Breton region as well. As we back things out, you can see this low swirling around here. This is going to drive in that cooler northwest flow. Certainly as we turn the page into tomorrow, it's a bit of more of a westerly flow, but it is definitely ushering in that cooler air, which will really settle in for Saturday and into Sunday. Area of high pressure off to the west stretches from Florida, really that high all the way back up into the Northwest Territories right now. And you can see that cold air mass certainly in place for the prairies. Yellowknife, Hello, minus 34 right now. Halifax, one of the warmer spots in the country right now. 1, St. John's at 4, Van City at 5. So for tonight, we're going to be seeing temperatures for the most part dropping into the -1 to -2 range. Will remain right around the freezing mark for Yarmouth. And yeah, note those southwest winds. Sustain near 30, gusting 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. Any of those showers changing over to flurries through this evening into the early overnight, and tomorrow we are looking at the best chances for flurries to be in the onshore variety. Tri-County area, especially in the morning, Cobequid Bay, the Valley, the North Shore, and into Cape Breton throughout the day. Could see as much as maybe 5 centimeters for places like the Cape Breton Highlands tomorrow. That's a favorable flow for onshore flurries for Inverness County in particular. Also onto the other side of the Highlands, Victoria County could pick up a little bit as well. And Yarmouth down through Shelburne and Liverpool. Certainly those are going to be the best chances for flurries tomorrow, but can't rule out a flurry anywhere. Looking at temperatures right around the freezing mark for Cape Breton for highs, but temperatures will fall here a few degrees into the afternoon, so a heads up on that. Southwest winds still gusting to 50. Central areas, winds gusting 40 to 50 here as well. Temperatures at and just below the freezing mark. Western areas, we'll see temps just on the plus side down through the south and west, but most right around the freezing mark. Now for Saturday, right around the freezing mark again, but temperatures a little bit cooler up and towards the valley. And for Truro, note the flurries wrapping up and that nice setup for Saturday with a little thin area of high pressure here. And that system that I was talking about earlier driving well to the south, but it is a large system. It will move into Newfoundland throughout the day on Sunday with snow, very strong winds and heavy rain. The outer bands of this will work their way into Cape Breton with some snowfall looking set for you folks on Sunday. Gusty winds all across Nova Scotia, but blowing and drifting snow going to be an issue here for Cape Breton with that accumulating snow. Also into Prince Edward Island if you're traveling there. And late Sunday, eastern parts of the mainland, likely getting into some of those flurries as well. And you can see temperatures really sliding for Sunday and then kind of steady right around the freezing mark as we move into next week with those flurries on tap, no question. But some brighter skies shaping up for mid next week as well. So overall, not a bad little 7-day forecast here, but certainly going to be keeping an eye on Sunday. And hopefully by then, I will learn how to drink water out of the bottle.
You can do it. I know you can.
Okay, Ryan, thanks so much.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Coming up, all aboard the bike bus. The city of Charlottetown is trying to get more kids to cycle to school. Welcome back. Some students in Charlottetown will be getting off the school bus and onto a bicycle in 2025. The city is hoping to pilot something called a bike bus.
It's an initiative that's been gaining popularity around the world, including here in Nova Scotia. The CBC's Steve Bruce has more.
This is a bike bus in action in Nova Scotia. There's an adult volunteer leading the way and one at the back, picking up dozens of students along the route to school. The concept is gaining popularity around the world. And now Charlottetown's Sustainable Transportation Officer is on a mission to get bike buses in motion in the PEI capital.
It is something that more children would like to do, but I think parents are afraid of sending an individual child alone, out there into the world when there are these huge SUVs driving past them. And that's one of the reasons why the bike bus has really taken off, because there is safety in numbers, there's higher visibility, you know that your kid is going to be accompanied by like trusted and trained volunteers who are really experts in this.
Charlottetown's Environment and Sustainability Department has applied for nearly $40,000 in municipal and provincial funding to cover the cost of cargo bikes, reflective jackets, bells, and safety training for volunteers. The hope to try out bike buses this spring at 1 or 2 city schools with enough volunteers keen to help and safe bike routes.
Really where most people live is those small, low-speed streets, and if you see a group of 30 kids coming towards you, you're going to slow down and stop as a driver and just enjoy the parade of joy in front of you.
It all has the support of Cycling PEI, which is offered to help train volunteers.
There are a few things that are better for, a city, for people's health, for climate change, for the pocketbook even, than active transportation. And there's no better way, really, I can think of to get that culture of active transportation started than by introducing it to kids when they're young and going to school.
This UPEI kinesiology professor has written a letter of support for the initiative.
Physical activity is so important for kids, for healthy growth and development, for learning. Just kids who are active are healthier in basically every way. And active transportation is a great way for kids to be active, because if you're walking or biking to school, you're guaranteed to get, a good 20 or 30 minutes of physical activity every day.
Now, if the funding and volunteers come through and all goes well in the spring, the aim is to expand to more city schools next fall. Steve Bruce, CBC News, Charlottetown.
And that's it for us tonight.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.